There is a saying that says that broken crayons still color. To say the least of the history of Black Americans, African Americans, we've been labeled so many names, but for show we'll just say Black Americans. Black History Month, 365 days a year. There are many words that can describe a group of people who have been broken, beaten, oppressed, stripped from their families and their loved ones. Medical devices being used on them to study, research, create, and cure others. Inventors who have created many inventions in the history of America. Black Americans don't die, they multiply. Not only do they multiply, they create, they build, they enrich a country that was once poor. Industrial, architecturally, we built the White House, as Paul Mooney stated. A comedian, I learned about some history from a comedian, although they did teach us things about Martin Luther King, Shirley Chisholm, Coretta Scott King, all the freedom marchers. We learned about them. Here and there, spurts of history, but there is so much more to us. We're going to begin with the Black History 365 with a woman who was unbought and unbossed. Introducing the mind of the first elected Black Congresswoman, Shirley Chisholm. Enjoy.
You women better wake up if you want to help to change America around. You do the work. You better wake up. And don't be afraid. Have confidence in yourself. And the ability that you have is ability and talent given to you by God. And don't let anybody use you. Don't let people continue to use you and to manipulate you. The only thing that you have is your integrity and the principles and the convictions of what we are fighting for in America. In terms of opening up this system so that a lot of people can really feel that they can participate in it and not have that small, tight few that continues to manipulate every one of us. You women.
Make no mistake, there were many women and men who created the form of freedom movement, of civil rights movement, prior and even after Shirley Chisholm. There was Mary McLeod McBethune and the Freedom Fighters and the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, a group of women who got together in one room and helped to shape this country, creating equality and equal opportunities for us and for others, for all. Shirley Chisholm was a politician and activist. Shirley Anita St. Hill was born to immigrant parents on November 30th, 1924 in Brooklyn, New York City. She was of Guyanese and Bajan descent. She had 3 younger sisters, 2 born within 3 years of her and 1 later. Her father, Charles Christopher St. Hill, was born in British Guiana before moving to Barbados. The first African American woman elected to Congress, Shirley Chisholm of New York, won election to the House in 1968. There have been 31 Hispanic American women who have served in Congress. The first African American woman elected to Congress, Ilona Rose Leathernan of Florida, won election to the House in 1989. Shirley St. Hill was a daughter of immigrants. Her father was from British Guiana and her mother from Barbados. She grew up in Barbados and in her native Brooklyn, New York, graduated from Brooklyn College in 1946. In 1968, Chisholm was elected to the U.S. House of Representatives, defeating the civil rights leader James Farmer. In Congress, she quickly became known as a strong liberal who opposed weapons development and the war in Vietnam and favored full employment proposals. As a candidate for the Democratic nomination for U.S. President in 1972, she won 152 delegates before withdrawing from the race. Shirley Chisholm, unbought and unbossed.